Hey guys, this is Mr. Nometa, and during the Utah Regionals, we had quite a few members of my team, the Team Asshole, and this is Private Napa. He took 21st in the overall and got his Nazi invite, but he entered the Win-A-Mat and won the mat, and honestly, I like the mat, I just don't like this guy right here. But anyways, so I said, let's do a deck, or he said, let's do a deck profile, so I'm letting him.
Oh, thanks. Anyways,
Yeah, Team Asshole.
I went 6-2. I lost to Samurais and I lost to Windups. I played more Windups than anything all day. I didn't play any heroes. I didn't play against any. I played one Dark World, and then I played against just kind of like random stuff. I played against Black Wings, and yeah, just kind of. I felt I did really good. I just the two losses I had, the guys drew better hands. There's not much I could have done. I played Rabbit. As much as I hate this deck, it's just I feel that it was just a strong choice going in. I didn't want to play Windups just because I'm not 100% combo heavy. So I played 3 Sabrosauruses and 3 Cabazals.
Standard.
And then the 2 bunnies, of course. Love that card. It's so good. 1 Gores. Gores is amazing. I played 2 TKs. Amazing. I'd sit on it with like 2 cards in the backfield, and people stressed about it because they couldn't get over it. I main deck 2 Tour Guides and a Sangan. Just kind of standard stuff. I need to get Levier so I can bring back the Rescue Rabbits so I can go into combos with my Evils. 2 Snowman Eaters. This card is amazing, this format. People don't like it. They set it against heroes or even against samurai players, or as well as Dark World, and they try to run over it and they just pop stuff away. It's really good. I main deck 2 Max C's and 1 Effect Veiler. It was really tough with this idea because I wanted to play Grand Mole, and just because like the idea of Grand Mole bouncing stuff back, big hitters back, it gets rid of the shinings, gets rid of stuff. But Effect Veiler was a strong choice, and it worked out really well. And Max C is Windup's best friend, so.
Spell lineup.
3 Forbidden Lances. This card is incredible. I love just when people try to torrential, they try to bottomless anything. I have a lance set for them, and they don't like it very much. It's really good. 2 MSTs. I only played 2. Just didn't feel I had room for 3, and 3 can be a dead draw sometimes. I don't like drawing a bunch of MSTs. I have plenty of negation with Logia and Dolka, so stuff just happens. Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, or Monster Born Dark Hole, so just the Trinity, this format, as well as last format, I suppose. Pot of Avarice, Book of Moon, and Mind Control was my other one I was contemplating between, instead of 3rd MST. Mind Control didn't do a whole lot for me today. I basically just kind of would take a monster and just try and swing for game. Sometimes I'd take their monster and just try and at least hope to God it was a Snowman Eater, and I could just flip it up, pop itself. But sometimes it was just the wrong target. So traps, double warning, double D prison, double bottomless. Only 1 torrential. Some people question why I only ran 1. I don't like my monsters to die. I like to keep my field full of monsters. I don't like to lose my Logia or my Dolka. So 1 compulsory instead of the torrential. I like the idea of getting rid of Gachis, Strokes, Zen Mains. Guys that have a hard time running over, so it gets them off the field, as well as set monsters like Snowman. So I know Snowman, I can pull back their hand and get rid of it. Solemn Judgment and Starlight Road. This card is the MVP of the day. Like, I don't know how many Heavy Storms, how many Dark Holes, Torrentials people would activate just blindly, and I'd Starlight Road them for game. And Stars Dragons, big 2,500, people can't get around, so it's good. Extra deck, it's pretty staple, just kind of standard extra deck. Double Logia, double Dolka, Levier. This is one I really put a lot of time in thinking about. I was choosing this or Shockmaster. I just decided to go Roach because I was worried about, in our Utah Regionals, there's a lot of Lightsworn players, so I just felt this would be strong against Lightsworn.
And it was in the Win-A-Mat.
Yeah, it was great in the Win-A-Mat. I played back-to-back Lightsworn and dropped a Roach, and there's nothing they could have done about it. Zen Mains, Leviathan, Tempo. Love this card. He's so broken. I love when my opponent has an Acid Golem out, and I can drop him out, detach, and then during a draw phase, detach another, and they can't special, and I take 2 grand every turn, so it's really good. Playing Acid Golem on my own, you just kind of have to have it just because it's a 3,000 beater, so if you need a swing for game, it's there. Maestroke, Papal Imperative, and Utopia. Out of all of these, Papal Imperative to me was kind of the most useless all day. I think I summoned it once and I flipped up a guy's. I think I flipped a Snowman Eater, and I was just like, oh great, so it's dead. Stardust Dragon, MVP, and Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. So for the extra deck, I ran 2 Cyber Dragons.
This is side.
Oh yeah, side deck. I'm sorry. 2 Cyber Dragons. I only sided these once against windups, and I think I sided them against Hero. I didn't play Heroes, but I sided against a Samurai player, and it helped me run over his just his Keyzons and stuff. Grand Mole, I was gonna main him, but I sided him for Heroes, hoping to God I'd play one, and I didn't because I wanted to bounce their Shining and didn't get anything. Didn't play against it. Fossil Dino, just one. It put in work against a couple wind-up players. They'd rush the field, I'd set the Fossil Dino, and they'd attack over it, and they didn't like it very much. 1 Gemini Imps, because I know Dark World's incredibly huge over here. We have a lot of Dark World, and we have some douchebags that like to run Empty Jar. They come to a regionals of 170 people, and they got to play Empty Jar, so I didn't play against it, and I played against 1 Dark World player, and I didn't even need it, so. And then 1 extra Veiler for wind-ups, and for just kind of random off matches. I was really worried about. I didn't like Samurais. I should have sided heavier for Samurais, but I didn't. But this helped me stop a guy's Kigeki from going off. So 1 MST, just in case I had to play against any sort of stall or chain burn. Double Decree, once again for chain burn. I really hate that deck. So double Soul Drain. I really like this card. I just don't feel it's really good. I just felt that my matchups didn't efficiently give me what I needed to play it against. I played against 1 Dark World and 1 Heretic player, so it just kind of was like, okay, I have it, but if there had been more Dark World matches, it probably would go to more just random graveyard games. If I'd played a gun against like Frogs or something, it would have been really good. Double Macrocosmos. I chose this over D-Fissure. I'm going to swap these out for D-Fissures because a buddy of ours was just like, hey, D-Fissure's a lot better because you can just drop it with a Rabbit turn 1 and they can't avail or they can't max see it. So the macro still helped me out a couple games. Helped me against one of the wind-up kids. He couldn't bring back any of his stuff, and it just kind of screwed him over. And then Double Needle Ceiling. To me, it's the most overrated extra deck card. If you don't draw it ever, it's worthless.
Well, you can say that about all extra deck cards, though.
Yeah, I mean, all day I'd sided 2 of them against wind-ups, and I never drew it. And when I did draw it, it was too late. So I just don't. I think there's better stuff I probably could have sided for other matchups versus just worrying about windups. Like I could have sided 2 Kinetic Soldiers, and I probably would have been fine. But 6-2, I felt it was strong. I did good. Got my Nats invite, and then I beat everybody in the Winamat to get the Yuma C39 mat. So, and that's it.
All right, this is Mr. No Meta. See you guys.